Hey, thank you, Nancy, for that beautiful prelude music. It's great to be with you all. I am here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. I am here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all. You could sing that with me. I am here for the greater good of all, greater good of all, greater good of all. I am here for the greater good of all, greater good of all. You are here. You are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. You are here for the greater good of all, greater good of all. We are here. Here we go. We are here for the greater good of all, greater good of all, greater good of all. We are here for the greater good of all, greater good of all. For the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. I am here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. Good morning again. I hope you'll join me in singing a song you've probably not heard before, but I'll guide you along and do most of the heavy lifting. It goes like this, and I invite you to think about what you'd like to see more of in the world. I'm looking for more kindness in this world. I am looking for more kindness in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I'm just looking for more kindness in this world. So the one tricky line is, if it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. Try it. I'm looking for more kindness in this world. Same thing. I'm looking for more kindness in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I'm just looking for more kindness in this world. What else? I'm looking for more grace in this world. I am looking for more grace in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I am just looking for more grace in this world. My turn. Oh, this is what I'm seeing. We're in trouble A to Z, and there's no quick solution anyone is willing to make. Even though it may be glaring, it is time to be more daring, and it's time to be more caring, for goodness sake. I'm looking for more peace in this world. There it is. I'm looking for more peace in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I'm just looking for more peace in this world. What else? I'm looking for more justice in this world. I am looking for more justice in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I'm just looking for more justice in this world. Here comes that other part. This is what I'm seeing. We're in trouble A to Z, and there's no quick solution anyone is willing to make. Even though it may be glaring, it is time to be more daring, and it's time to be more caring, for goodness sake. I'm looking for more compassion in this world. I am looking for compassion in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I'm just looking for compassion in this world. I'm looking for more kindness in this world. Loving. I'm looking for more loving in this world. Grace. I'm looking for more grace in this world. Peace. I'm looking for more peace in this world. Justice. I'm looking for more justice in this world. Compassion. I'm looking for compassion in this world. Kindness. I'm looking for more kindness in this world.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Suze Shaner. I first set foot in our West Reading doors in February 2001. So I'm coming up on my 20-year anniversary, almost a third of my life here, participating in this wonderful community. And I would say my experience has been, despite or maybe because of our differences, it's a very strong, loving, passionate community. We celebrate births, deaths, national upheaval, tragedies, trials, and celebrations. And the best way to experience all that is to get really involved. And I've been involved in many ways. Having been raised Catholic and explored many religions, I have found youism to be a wonderful voice and way to bridge civic and religious communities, particularly when it comes to social justice activities. So I've been part of this community through a number of homes. We've moved, and now through the pandemic, and we've stayed solid. So welcome to our online services of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Danbury. We are so glad that each of you are able to join us this morning, and together in community, we can ensure that social distancing does not mean social disengagement. Our weekly services are more than just a gathering of our physical bodies. It is the forming of a sacred time that we make together. Whether you're well versed in the technology of teleconferencing or this is your first venture, we welcome you. For those of you new among us or reconnecting with fonder hearts, we invite you to introduce yourselves and where you're connecting from in the chat box. I'm assuming that everyone's very familiar with chat boxes at this point, as you're comfortable to do so. Whatever the faith and traditions of your past, whatever your theological stance, whatever your heritage, whoever you are and whomever you love, we welcome you. You can learn more about us on our website and Facebook page. We encourage you to share our Facebook page and reach out to others who may be isolated at this time and might benefit from the spiritual connection with our loving community. I want to highlight some of our guidelines. I'm not going to read all those or belabor those at this point, but I do want to highlight one in particular, and that's particularly for those who might have trouble hearing. We have captioning, Zoom's added captioning. At the bottom of the screen, you can click on CC Live Transcript, and at the bottom of the box that comes up, and just click Enable Auto Transcription. Okay. All right. So I also want to alert you to our announcements. There's a Common Council meeting today at 4:30. So you have the information there. The Social Action Council will also meet today at 7 o'clock. And you can contact Margaret Henderson for that information. And today we welcome David Roth as our guest speaker. David is multi-talented, a singer, songwriter, recording artist, enthusiastic instructor who's taken his songs, experience, and expertise to a wide variety of venues in this country and other countries, full-time for more than 3 decades. He's a former artist in residence at New York's Omega Institute. He's also the creator of Cape Cod Songwriters Retreat and organizer host of the Cape's Full Moon Open Mic Night, which since 2005 has provided a forum for musicians to connect and be heard while at the same time collecting donations, having raised nearly $16,000 at this point for local nonprofits. I do want to add that I first saw David in concert in 2008 at a energy psychology conference. It's a professional association in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And it struck me at the time that a lot of his messages were sort of you-ish. And then I came to learn that his sister is a UU minister, which makes sense. And Nancy Hershatter, who brought him to our congregation, this is his 3rd go-round with us, I believe. January seems to be our time on his calendar, has been friends with David for many more years than that. So I want to highlight something also. After our service today, we invite you to stay and participate in a breakout group for individual connections and a deeper check-in. And again, welcome to the UU Congregation of Danbury, where we welcome all in a spirit of compassion, inquiry, and service. And welcome, David.
Thank you so much, Suze. Appreciate that introduction. And here we are. I'm going to start with some opening words, and they're very short, about 8 lines. And it has to do with today's talk, which is called Ready for Change. And as far as I'm concerned, change means action, taking action to make change come about, as well as thoughts and prayers. So when someone says they're sending thoughts and prayers, the intention and the notion's understood. The power of a thought and of a prayer is something in itself, all well and good. But I believe there's one more part to bring, and just as meaningful a thing to say. Is there a way that I can take some sort of action? Is there something I can do for you today? So please join Nancy in the lighting of our chalice this morning.
Please join me in the words of our chalice lighting affirmation. I know I can't hear you, but say it anyway. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and justice is its light. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek and speak the truth in love, to help one another, and to celebrate life.
Good morning. It is good to be together. If there are children and youth who are in the room but not near the screen, now would be a good time to come over so that you can see the pictures from the book Nancy Hershatter is about to share. While you're on your way over, let me say that you are invited to your choice of 3 religious education activities today. First, after the service, when adults go into the breakout rooms for fellowship, you're invited to the religious education Zoom room for our coffee hour sharing circle. A link went out to your adults this morning. At 11:30, all those who participated in this week's gaming challenge or who would like to see what participants created can meet up in the same room for screenshot sharing. And anytime today, or if not today, during the week, all are invited to make a fairy house somewhere on the congregation's property. The rules are to stay masked and socially distanced if others are around, not to enter the fenced areas nor build at the retaining walls, and to build your fairy house using no materials that are made by humans and no materials that are alive. Once you've made your fairy house, please send me a treasure map that I can share with the community so we can find your house and add to it. Please join me now in the children's affirmation. We are Unitarian Universalists. We are people with open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. It's time to listen to the story Nancy Hershatter brought to share with us.
Good morning. If you're not close to the screen, please come close. The story is called Doo-Wop Pop by Ronnie Schotter, illustrated by Brian Collier. And it's really about the power of music to impact lives. In this case, 5 school children. Well, they used to call him Snowman, but his real name is Mr. Searle. He's old, but cool. He cleans our school with a broom and a mop. And his sounds, well, he calls them doo-wop. In the oldie but goodie days, he was lead singer with the Icicles. He sang doo-wop, shabop, shabop, my baby. Let me tell you, we were smooth. People stopped to hear us sing and watch us move. Now, when Doo-Wop Pop sweeps, I do my hide and peek. I like to watch him. He takes one step forward, goes shaboom with his broom. Takes another step back and says shabop with his mop. Doo-wop-a-dop, he adds with a hop, and that's why we call him Doo-Wop Pop. Now me, they call the slipper. My real name's Elijah Earl. I won't lie, I'm shy. Other kids are talking, I keep on walking, I slip away. In our school, I'm not alone. There's 3 or 4 like me on their own. Under her headscarf, Ali Shah hides more than her hair. Jacob twitches when the other kids stare. Luis likes to burrow his head in a book, so no one spots him or gives him a look. And then there's Pam Pam. She's even shyer than I am. Now, one day in the lunchroom, I'm sitting solo eating my PB&J. Doo-Wop Pop comes over and smiles, says, "Hey, I see you always hiding, taking your notes. Take this down, one of my favorite quotes. It's no disgrace to show your face." I swallow some air, along with some fear. When I finally look up, his face is near, inches from the diamond that shines in his ear. Not long ago, I was just like you, on the edge of the world, didn't know what to do. Man, I was caught. Till one day eating lunch, I thought, stop being the carrot that stays out of the soup. Dive in with the potatoes, be part of the group. I don't speak, I just stare at my jeans. I'm not stupid, I know what he means. Bebop a bold, Elijah Earl, bebop a brave. Come out of your cave. Doo-Wop Pop sings. Meet me here after school, I'll teach you some stuff. Before I say no, he's gone in a rush. Now I'm just gonna summarize the next page. Elijah Earl shows up after school. There he is, and some of the other kids join him. And Doo-Wop Pop says, "All my carrots are here. Now dive in. Watch my feet. Do what I do." "Well, I try, but I can't do it. I'm a pretzel, not a dancer." Turn the page. "Sha-doo-bop-a-lop," says Doo-Wop Pop. "You kids are the top. Now stop." Luis says, "Aren't you going to teach us the words so we can sing along?" Turn the page. "Wrong, that's your job. Stop, look, and listen to the world. catch the thing that makes you feel, you just have to sing. There's music in the air, inside, outside, everywhere. Doo-wop, pop, bebop, hip-hop, rap, boogie, woogie, punk, funk, salsa, ska, jazz, and rock. Even Mr. J.S. Bach, he's one cool dude. As for words, they fly among us like beautiful birds. But, I say, not one of us has an instrument to play. Wella, 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 my doubting young fella, doo-wop pop laughs. That's why we call it a cappella. Turn the page. This next page, doo-wop pop tells the children all about how when he was on the stage a long time ago. But someday soon I'm going to sing again on the stage, he says. Then grabs his broom. With a slide and a spin, he leaves the room. Turn the page. Very next day, we start to meet. And like he told us, we listen for the beat and the rattle of a turning page. Turn the page again. We collect all kinds of sounds. Squawking talk of blackbird chalk. Thump, bump, bump of a basketball dribbling. Even the soft sound of pencils scribbling. Papers folding, teachers scolding, tickety-tock of our classroom clock. We turn it all into doo-wop. Turn the page. When we start singing together, we discover a treat. Ali Shah has rhythm feet. She can rappity-tap, keep track of the beat. Louise sings falsetto, and Pam can she jam. Turn the page. On this next page, they learn what it's like to sing in the stairwell. If you ever lived in a college dorm, you've done that. In the stairwell? Steps and walls and tile? We don't buy it. Mr. Searle says, try it. Okay, but inside we're thinking, no way. The sound of our song bounces back off the tile. We sound so good, we start to smile. When we sing together, we can't bebop a beat. Turn the page. They hear the sound of clapping. Open the door and there's a whole group in the hallway cheering them on. My carrots take a bow. We do, and we feel great. Wow. Turn the page. Now, wella, 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 this is how our story ends. 5 of us, we got new friends. Ooby-dooby-doo. We're an even larger singing group, and doo-wop pop put away his broom and mop. Every day now after school, he teaches doo-wop. The most amazing thing, one night we climbed on stage to sing. Were we scared? You bet. But we told ourselves, bebop a brave, bebop a bold, and we carrots how we rocked and rolled. The end. Doo-wop pop.
Please join me in the spirit of compassionate attention as we enter into a time of community sharing. Amidst the heartache, uncertainty, collective perseverance, and deep pain of this present moment in our country, we also experience all our own individual joys and sorrows. Now is the time for sharing in the chat those personal milestones that are lifting up your spirit or weighing it down today. You may also wish to recognize the sharing of joys and sorrows by silently dropping a stone in a bowl or lighting a candle. Let us now share with one another.
Everyone looks for their calling in love, but I always find it surprising the way people say that they're falling in love when I always felt I was rising, floating right off of the ground and reaching something that I only have dreamed of. I'm not falling at all, I am rising in love. And everyone talks about tying the knot, but I have a hard time agreeing. with the way that we bind up the love that we've got, when the feeling of love should be freeing, lifting each other up instead of giving one another a shove. We won't be falling at all, we'll be rising in love. How do you let love grow? You've got to give it a chance. When you found it, a bird in your hand will stay until you start to close your fingers around it. Love is a river whose waters we test, and a measure of where we are going. But you never can step in the same river twice, for that water is constantly flowing. But the deeper the river, the greater the trust. The more that we're rising above, we won't be falling at all. We'll be rising in love. I am not falling at all, I am rising. I am not falling at all, I am rising. I am not falling at all, I am rising in love. I'm rising in love. I'm rising in love. I am rising in love.
It is now time for our congregational offering. If you're with us for the first time, feel free to pass the virtual plate. Your presence here in the Zoom room is your gift to us. Members, please click the link on your screen to make a donation or a pledge. For even though we are not in our beloved fellowship hall, our operating expenses are still the same. You may also mail a check to UUCD at 24 Clapboard Ridge Road in Danbury. And thank you for doing your part to support and sustain this community we so love. Please join me in our congregational response. In the spirit of compassion and service, we dedicate these, our offerings.
How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? Given the chance, I'm gonna tell you now. How many ways can I give thanks for the blessings I have known? I've got a list and I will tell you how. Grateful for each breath awake, grateful for each step I take, grateful that I'm here to play my part. Grateful for the morning sun, grateful when this day is done, grateful that I have you in my heart. How many ways can I give praises for all the gifts I have? Given the chance, I'm gonna shout out loud. Grateful for the universe, for the better and the worse. Grateful that this world keeps spinning round. Grateful for my memories, grateful for my hopes and dreams, grateful for the blessings I have found. How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? Sing that with me. How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways, how many ways can I be grateful? How many ways I am grateful now. I am grateful now. I am grateful now. I am grateful now. I hear the noise. Sometimes I want to tune it out, but I believe that's not all that it's about. I watch the news, and it's not hard to understand. I offer you my hand. I have a song. My tone is deep, and when I breathe, it carries words that I believe. And when I say that it is time to change the course, I know that I am not alone. There are more creators than there are haters who grow in number every day. And the loudest voice is not the only choice. I choose the loving way. With my guitar, my strings may bend and they may break with every chord. I've got another point to make, and when I say that it is time to change the course, I know that I am not alone. There are more creators than there are haters who grow in number every day. And the loudest voice is not the only choice. I choose the loving way. A word of hate is mindless. A work of art is timeless. I have a pen. My ink is bold and it is broad. My point is sharp. And my intention is my sword. And when I say that it is time to change the course, I know that I am not alone. There are more creators than there are haters who grow in number every day. And the loudest voice is not the only choice. I choose the loving way. 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 It's a choice. And good morning. Today's sermon and song, and if this is new to you, it's music and reflections based on my experience. I come to you as David Roth, NCW, no credentials whatsoever, except that I've been an observer and a reporter and an experiencer of life as I've seen it for many years. And although this is no substitution for being with you in your sanctuary, I'm grateful for this technology, miraculous as it is, that allows us to come together from so many more places. I saw briefly a chat come in about someone zooming in from Westchester, Pennsylvania. And maybe they were part of my sister's congregation. My sister Deb is a retired UU minister and last served in Westchester, PA. And if I swing my head to the side, you see a picture over my shoulder. There's an adult and two small children. Well, the adult is Jimmy Durante, and the two small children are me and my sister, the retired UU minister, Deb. She was about a foot taller than me back then, and now I'm about a foot taller than she is now, but she still calls me little brother. And so ready for change, that's what I'd like to talk about in song and commentary this morning. And as I said in the opening words, I think that action is part of this triumvirate, this trio of things, along with thoughts and prayers, of course. And maybe for me, action is as important, if not more important, than all of these things. Just like the keys of a piano are we, different colors and all different keys, living in search of the same melodies, looking for ways to be blending. Just like the strings of a silent guitar, we're next to each other, not touching, but play them and then we can see who we are, hear how we're sounding together. Just when it seems that we're learning the songs, we'll find an excuse to stop playing, embarrassed that some of the notes might be wrong, and afraid of what we might be saying. And just like the face of a banjo is round, we follow the circle and soak up the sound, learning the way that our lives are all wound, lives that keep growing in circles. Just like the notes of a scale we rate, hoping for one to arrange us, descending and climbing in measures of fate, resolving our patterns and changes. Just like the keys of a piano are we, different colors and all different keys, living in search of the same melodies, looking for ways to be blended. And it sure didn't feel like people were looking for ways to be blending these last few days, months, years, if we really looked at it, I think. Very troubled times. And my goal is to put one foot forward in the best way that I possibly can. And in the words of Ben Franklin, well done is better than well said. So he's all about taking action too. Jane Goodall said, change happens by listening and then starting a dialogue with the people who are doing something you don't believe is right. And there are lots of ways to make change, little small ways. Years ago, I wrote a song with 92 third graders in New Jersey. I was brought in by the school district to write a song about what it's like to be in community with one another. And so for my 92 kids that day, they were broken up into 4 groups of 23 each. That was the maximum class size in New Jersey at the time, 23. And so I developed 4 questions to take throughout the day for the first period, the second period, the third period, and the fourth period, upon which we would build this song. And the first question I asked the first period of kids was, what does community mean to you? What does that mean to you? And we made a whole big long list on the blackboard, and it was everything from pizzas with my family to ice cream trucks at the park and being together and all that sort of thing. Second period, my question was, is everything okay in the world today? And even from the mouths of babes, third graders, they said no. And we made a long list, and you can imagine, and one of the things on the list was was bad guys. War, pollution, hunger, bad guys. Third period, and this was another linchpin in the song, was what's something specific you can do in the world today to make it a better place? Very interesting. One of the third graders said, well, we could send cards to people who need them. We could pick up our garbage and recycle. Things like that. And the fourth question, a little more esoteric, but it was where we had to go, was what do we do now? Where do we go from here? So what we landed on that day was that change happens, and the way to make a start is by opening up our hearts. So here's a song, a very short little song about someone who opened up something besides their heart in the middle of this pandemic. And it's just a small action, but it proves to me, and there are so many examples of this out in the world, that small actions can make a difference. And because I come from the restaurant industry, you know, working my way through high school and college, I worked in restaurants. I can appreciate this story even more. True story. A regular Sunday in Cleveland, as regular these days as things are. A semi-regular customer came in for a beer at the bar. The night town on Cedar was hopping, the last day before they'd shut down. This customer sipped on his Stella that day on the east side of town. He asked for his check and got ready to head out the door and move on. He dropped off his bill to the owner, who could not believe what he saw. The pint rang up $7 whole, with a line for a tip on the check. The customer added 3,000, a tip of 4,000%. The owner ran out of the front door to let the guy know about the slip. The customer said, no mistake here, that money is all for the tip. There were 4 people working that Sunday who all got an incredible lift in the form of some much needed money. What a miraculous gift. I love that idea, of course. And if I had the means, but you know, I'm a folk singer and doing just fine. We consider ourselves the 2%ers here in Orleans, Massachusetts on Cape Cod. We're not 1%ers. We don't have that kind of wealth, but we have everything we need right now. We have food, shelter, heat, water, clothing, choices. So we figure we're ahead of most people in this world where there's so much work to be done. So let's go to another part of the world, a very powerful example of how to bring about change, a true story. Ahmed had a plastic gun, a toy, that's all it was. He got it from his uncle one December just because. The older boys were rebels and he liked to play along. And one day he'd grow up to be as big and brave and strong. Israeli soldiers often searched the Jenin camps and towns. They were looking for insurgents, they were always cracking down. The residents resented these intrusions on their homes. The rebels fired rifles, the younger boys threw stones. One Thursday came another clash between these warring groups. Again the bullets, stones, and rocks, the rebels and the troops. A soldier saw gunmen and he fired at a boy. The victim was a 12-year-old, the weapon was his toy. Ahmed al-Khatib was taken off to Ramallah, but his wounds were such that he was transferred out to Israel. A hospital in Haifa where the Jewish doctors did every single thing they could to help this child live. Despite their greatest efforts, Ahmed passed away. A family's worst nightmare turned reality that day. And that's when they had every reason to exact revenge, to carry out this history of this hatred between men. They could have shouted out in anger, outrage, grief, and pain. They could have caused a riot against the Jews who'd killed their son. What would they do to face this darkest hour of their lives? They donated all his organs so that others might survive. A liver for a baby, 2 kidneys for a child, 1 lung each, a girl and boy ages 4 and 5. A woman in her 50s got the second chance she'd need. A 12-year-old received the heart of Ahmed al-Khatib. And some were Palestinians, some of them were Jews. The family's intention was that no one be refused. The neighbors asked the father about this decision he had reached. A heart that can forgive will bring us closer to peace. A powerful reminder to those who might forget the humanity of those who live on the other side of the fence. And somewhere in this world today, 6 people live and breathe the legacy of those who cherished Ahmed al-Khatib. There's nothing I could say that would have more power or meaning than the action of an example like that. So I like to conclude this sermon and song with one more song. And this is a song you've probably not heard. It's a new song written during this time of stay at home. And it's a call and response song. So if you're feeling bold and if you're lucky enough to share a room in person with somebody this morning, why don't you take a look at them right now and say, I can't wait to hear you sing with Dave. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I thank you again. I thank Nancy and all the people at the UU congregation for this gracious invite. I look forward to the time when we can be together and when I can start singing again, standing up. And I don't know about you, but I am so ready for change. I'm ready for change. I'm ready to move. There's no one to blame. There's too much to do. I'm ready to go, to get back on track. It's time to move on, and there's no turning back. It's my sacred job to strike some kind of chord, to challenge and help, not dismiss or ignore. Everyone gets a chance, with nothing to prove. And when I do my part, then the mountain will move. I'm ready to roll up my sleeve, with passion and purpose, and we can achieve the high promise of truth, and the fight for what's fair, to see that all people get their fair share. So I'm ready for change. I'm ready to go. It's long overdue, and a debt that we owe. Everyone gets a chance, with nothing to prove. And when I do my part, then the mountain will move. I do my part, then the mountain will move. I'm ready for change. Now I invite you, if you're not already comfortable, to get in a comfortable position. It's time for a little meditation, a musical meditation. And oh, I surrender to my greatest, highest good. I release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let loving be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and true and free, as I continue moving in this mystery, where I surrender to my greatest, highest good, and release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. I am stronger every moment, every day. may be walls, there may be roadblocks that I find, but I can choose to take a higher path each time. For now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. So I surrender to my greatest, highest good, and release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. I am stronger every moment, every day. I am stronger every moment, every day. I am stronger every moment, every day. Every day. I want to reintroduce Nancy Hirschadder, my friend of many, many years, to lead us in Spirit of Life, hymn number 123.
Sing as if we can hear you. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the heart, giving life the shape of justice. Roots all be clothed, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Now please join me in the words for extinguishing our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world until we are together again.
My voice matters. My voice counts. Get to know what I am all about. No more labels, fears or doubts. My voice matters. My voice counts. That's the chorus. And I proudly wrote this song about 5 years ago with 60 or 70 people with different abilities down in Florida. This is what we wrote. Sing with me, I'll help you along. My voice matters, my voice counts, my voice counts. Get to know what I'm all about. Get to know what I am all about. No more labels, no more labels, fears or doubts. My voice matters, my voice counts. And we're all different, and we're the same. challenges. We all have dreams. My dreams are important, just like yours. We can teach each other. We can teach the world. Here we go. That my voice matters. My voice counts. My voice counts. Get to know what I'm all about. Get to know what I am all about. No more labels. No more labels. Fears or doubts. My voice matters. My voice counts. And I am gifted. And I am strong. We are powerful. One and all. We are determined to make a change. All are equal, all the same, and my voice matters. My voice counts. Get to know what I am all about. No more labels, fears or doubts. My voice matters. My voice counts. No more labels, fears or doubts. My voice matters. My voice counts. I heard you singing. I saw you dancing. Closing words this morning come from the great Persian poet Rumi, who said, "Always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you'd ever imagined. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself." I stand for love, stand for peace. I stand for joy and for release, for what is beautiful and true. I stand for hope, I stand for you. I stand for love, I stand for peace. I stand for joy and for release, for what is beautiful and true. I stand for hope, I stand for you. You know our world is in great pain. She needs our loving care again. But there are those who fail to see what we have done and what we need. There is a cost for every act, and now there is no turning back. We burn a bridge, we bang a drum. It's time to rise, the time has come to stand for love, to stand for peace, to stand for joy and for release, for what is beautiful and true, to stand for hope, to stand for you. If you're thinking it's not urgent, that we've got more time to kill, if I'm not the one who will change things, and for heaven's sake, who will? So I will move, and I will climb this mountain one step at a time. I won't be swayed, I will not stop until we've made it to the top, where we will stand for love and peace, stand for joy and for release, for what is beautiful and true. We'll stand for hope, we'll stand for what is beautiful and true. I stand for hope, I stand for you.